Hello humans, I am the Black Cat and welcome. This is the Unexplained Mysteries Iceberg Tier 2. If you missed my first video, and why would you, they're so popular, I'll link it below so you can check it out if you're interested. Numbers station are radio broadcasts that seem to just have a voice reading random numbers. It's mostly believed that these started during World War I in order to broadcast Morse code. However, the mystery comes in who's running them and why. Here's an example.
0, 2, 5, 8, 8. 0, 2, 5, 8, 8.
In Chicago, between September and October of 1982, a batch of Tylenol-branded paracetamol capsules had been laced with potassium cyanide, and 7 people who had purchased the capsules died. Even though there were copycats and some people who claimed to take credit, it was never discovered who actually laced the capsules and why. However, the incident did cause pharmaceutical companies to look at how their products were packaged, and changes were made to make it safer for consumers. That's why now when you buy medicine there's a seal and a warning that if the seal is broken or tampered, not to use it. The WOW signal was detected on August 15, 1977 at the Big Ear Radio Observatory in Ohio during a search for signs of extraterrestrial intelligence. The signal was unusual, and when reviewing the data a few days later, astronomer Jeremy Eman, who was so impressed with it, he wrote WOW next to it, giving it its name. The signal was never recorded again, making it an anomaly. There have of course been several theories put forward about what caused it, such as comets passing, space debris, and of course aliens. But so far no satisfactory explanation has been found. On the 22nd of November in 1987, a television broadcast in Chicago was interrupted twice by a person wearing a Max Headroom mask and saying random stuff. The first incident took place for 25 seconds during the sports segment of WGN-TV's 9 p.m. news broadcast. The second occurred around 2 hours later for about 90 seconds during PBS affiliate WTTW's broadcast of Doctor Who. The hacker apparently made references to Max Headroom's endorsement of Coca-Cola, the TV series Clutch Cargo, WGN anchored, and all the greatest world newspaper nerds, a reference to WGN's call letters, which stand for World's Greatest Newspaper. A corrugated panel swiveled back and forth, mimicking Max Headroom's background effect. The video ended with a pair of exposed buttocks being spanked with a fly swatter before normal programming resumed. The culprits were never caught or identified. Justin Wang did a video on this with a lot more detail, so if you're interested I'll link that video in the description. Black Dahlia was a nickname given to an American woman by the name of Elizabeth Short. Short lived in California and was working as a waitress. Some believe she wanted to be an actress, but it's unknown if that was actually true. On the 15th of January 1974, a mother and her daughter were walking along the road near Leimert Park, Los Angeles, when they saw the body of Elizabeth on the side of the road. At first the mother thought it was a mannequin that had been discarded because of the position of the body and the fact that it was split at the waist. The two halves separated. It wasn't until they got closer that she realized it was a body that had been cut in half. Because Short's fingerprints were on file, she was quickly identified. There were several other cuts on her body, including on her face was a large cut from the corners of her mouth to her ears. There was no blood at the scene or in the body, suggesting she was killed elsewhere, cleaned and positioned. The killer was never found. In 1518, in Strasbourg, in France, a woman started dancing uncontrollably. Soon others joined in. Eventually, a lot more people were dancing. This apparently went on for weeks or even months, some dancers eventually collapsing from exhaustion. Nobody knows what could have caused the dancing, but there have been several theories, including a curse, stress-induced hysteria, the dancers were members of a religious cult, or that they had accidentally ingested a toxic mold that grows on damp rye and produces spasms and hallucinations. Regardless of all these theories, it's still unexplained why it happened. Lost media refers to any media, be it music, TV shows, videos, movies, that are either lost or intentionally destroyed or kept out of the public eye. This is media that will never be seen by the general public. One example I could think of is the death of Steve Irwin. Irwin was an Australian zookeeper who had a TV show called The Crocodile Hunter. You've probably heard of it. During filming of a TV special, he was diving in the ocean and was stabbed through the heart by a stingray. Even though he was being filmed, the footage of that incident will never be released, making it lost media. The Black Knight satellite is believed to be a 13,000-year-old extraterrestrial satellite that sits in Earth's orbit, monitoring Earth. The black satellite photos refers to a photo taken in 1998 by NASA and released by them showing what looked like a black object just outside of Earth's orbit. NASA claims that it's simply a thermal blanket that was being used while they were building the International Space Station that had come loose and drifted off. But that's what they want you to think. That brings us to the end of Tier 2. Let me know what you think. Do you have your own theories about any of these stories? Do let me know. But for now, that's all the time I have, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!